Huntington, West Virginia, the start of the Saturday Conference USA schedule. Marshall 2-3, Old Dominion, the visitors, coming in at 1-4. On Military Appreciation Day here at Jones C. Edwards Stadium, the C-130 flyover gets us started ahead of Marshall and Old Dominion from Huntington, West Virginia. Noah Kozlov, Max Starks, our stadium crew with you. Old Dominion will let this one slide into the end zone past Blake Watson. And
these are the type of plays you're going to have to make if you're Old Dominion. You want to stay up with Marshall.
Smart keeps it himself, and he's brought down by 94 Channing Hames and 6 Marquise Couch, first to get to him.
And I'm not sure if that's going to count as a TFL or as an actual sack, because Couch just comes off the line immediately. Nick Saldiveri, the right tackle, struggling, came off of a knee injury from last week. So that was one of the questions, was can he stay healthy and be able to keep up with these defensive ends?
So it's a 2-yard loss, bring up 2nd and 12. 12:50 to go here in the first quarter, and Smart is tripped up again.
Yep. And Darius Hodge, hair on fire off the edge, blows past the true freshman, Kaderi Kunta. And if you look off the edge, he's in a wide 9 technique, and you can't really get a hands. He leans into it, and then Darius Hodge just dips the shoulder on him.
Third and 15, 12:15 to go here in the first quarter. Smart back. Throw to the near side, and this time it's incomplete. I think Penn State stomps Michigan next week.
Yeah, no question about it.
The play action on first down across the middle. Catch is made by Brock Thompson, who's really come on as of late. Last week, career high 4 catches for 53 yards. Has a first down here.
And he does, and runs a nice, just little quick in route across the middle. And Brock Thompson.
He's got 4 wide receivers, 6:50 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 5, ball in the 25, no score. Green zings it to the far side. It's Thompson again, makes a move, and then steps out of bounds. Working against Tobias Moss on that far side. And the herd moved the chains yet again.
And Brock Thompson, a nice tall target at 6'2", working against a shorter defensive back in Tobias Moss. Wide receivers coach Dallas Baker.
Now watch Xavier Gaines in the backfield there. Slips out to the left. Gaines trying to make things happen, and that's exactly what he does. Now all these tight ends, Max, are just tight end by title because they play everywhere, and Gaines will line up all over the place.
Yeah, Gaines especially just running a flare out to the left, and Isaiah Green identifies it immediately, throws it out to him, and he's just a playmaker. I mean, 6'3", 211.
2nd and 10 from midfield. Knox skips across the 45, dances out near the first down marker at the 40. He's going to be less than a yard short, a gain of 9.
And this is a great job, knowing that this team wants to rush and wants to create a lot of pass rush lanes. The delayed halfback draw off to the right-hand side gives Brendan Knox enough time so that the holes clear up, because Old Dominion's been using a lot of stunts early on in this game.
Up the middle for the first down. It's Brendan Knox again now.
And this is interesting how they have 2 guys lined up to the left of the quarterback. Usually you run split backs, but Xavier Gaines, the outside guy. Oh!
Little trickeration. Gaines into the end zone. Brock Thompson is there. Touchdown, Marshall. Only a tight end by title. Xavier Gaines now with a rush TD this season and a passing touchdown. And Brock Thompson has his first career touchdown reception.
And I just told you, Xavier Gaines, it was a weird formation lined up outside of the running back to the left, and we see why. There's a little turnaround. IDs Brock Thompson down the sideline. Let's show the trigger. Look at that little spin out by Gaines. Remember the previous play, Gaines ran a flare route off of that same formation, and then now this time around, looks like he's going to run the flare 4-step, curls back underneath. Green hands it off to him. A double pass in the backfield to Brock Thompson, but now it looks like they're going into what is believed extra lineman end. James McGee on the right-hand side wearing the number 36.
Green keeps it into the end zone, and there's Devin Miller with the touchdown reception.
So you don't get the touchdown on the previous play, but you come back, you run with an extra lineman, you run a triangle in the backfield with 3 different guys, and then Devin Miller, little box out move, and then just post towards the lane. Little pick and roll.
This offense is so different from a year ago. Last year, just throw it all over the field. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Now just huddling up and trying to use about 60 plays per game. Under pressure and brought down is smart. 3 were there, including Jamari Edwards with his first career sack.
And this Marshall team, Jamari Edwards is working on the left side, but Milan Lanier is the one that forces that pressure out to the left, and Jamari Edwards just comes up and just meets him right in his chest. Face mask to chest, easy way to sack a guy.
A loss of 7. Brandon Drayton also there, 8 in green. It brings up 3rd and 14. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. Again under pressure, it's Hodge, he has him. The 4th sack of the afternoon for this Marshall defense, and the 23rd allowed by Old Dominion this season.
And Darius Hodge just blows through and just absolutely decimates Nick Saldivari, the right tackle. And it wasn't even close. And you say it was a foot race. Milan Lanier on the previous play said, I didn't get the sack, I'm gonna try again.
That's how we'll get out of the first quarter. Marshall in front by the score of 7-0. Both these teams hungry for a win. Marshall, a touchdown lead after the first 15 minutes of football here. Team high 8.5 tackles for a loss this season for Ross on 3rd and 7. Green escapes, and Green has a man for a first down. It's Xavier Gaines as Marshall converts a 3rd and long.
And Xavier Gaines going into this game was one of their top pass catchers. Avoids the pressure by Jordan Young, the will backer on the blitz. Finds Xavier Gaines coming across the middle, and a big play for Marshall.
And Knox on the near side gets knocked out of bounds.
Running a fake count and then getting what they want to see if Old Dominion give any tips to the quarterback before the snap.
Handoff to Knox, slips through up to the 35-yard line. And it's enough for another first down.
And I think that check move was really smart because you got time to see if this defense was going to have a hole, and then Brendan Knox just lowers his shoulders and squirts through. No flash and dash.
Officially a pickup of 4. Green keeps it himself. And he backs his way across the 25 for a first down. Who's that guy with you guys on the Steelers during those championship teams? Was there a silent leader?
We had a bunch of silent leaders. I mean, Heath Miller never talked his entire career in Pittsburgh, so he was one of those guys that led by example. Our running backs.
On 1st and 10, Sheldon Evans, quarterback's roommate, keeps fighting and fighting and fighting, and he picks up about 8 yards on first down.
And Sheldon Evans and Isaiah Green, both redshirt sophomores, came here at the same time and have been roommates ever since they got here.
Both from Georgia. Keeping it himself, it's Isaiah Green, and Isaiah Green has 6 himself.
And fooled everybody on the Old Dominion defense. They thought they were handing off to Evans. He keeps it, takes it up the right side, and just sneaks into the end zone. And we'll take another look at the fake, the pull underneath. The biggest thing about a fake, you have to carry it through the belly and then bring it back. And because he was cross-body, the defenders lost where the ball was. And Isaiah Green, very
fewest ever at Old Dominion. The first pass of DeWeaver's career goes through the hands of his receiver, Connell Hendrick.
I think that was a very good decision for the receiver not to catch that one. Marquise Couch, the big defensive end, was running the flare, covering the flare area, and he was right on top of the receiver. So that would have been bad physically if he would have had the ball in his hands.
First and 15 now. DeWeaver going up top, and it's incomplete. His intended receiver, the 6'3" freshman Darius Savage. And a good job on the far side by the defensive backs for Marshall.
And a great ball thrown, a nice high jump ball. Darius Savage high points the football, but
for sure, and for Old Dominion it is, given it's just their first touchdown pass to a receiver this season and second all year. Well, nifty move here on the near side. Armani Levias, the tight end. Marshall in front, 14-7. Green escapes, has enough for the first down and a whole lot more, and he slides across, and he'll be ruled down at the 44-yard line.
And just a great read by Green. Pocket, feeling it coming underneath. Keon White comes to the inside, makes a hole for him. Green says, I can't pass up that lane in traffic. Listen, run, get it. I don't need to make anybody miss. Then, 2.5 minutes left to go in the game. But they've got to have that sense of urgency moving forward.
Here's DeWeaver being chased by Hodge. Hodge gets him again. Darius Hodge, his third sack of the afternoon.
Now this is how you do a three-piece snack, no biscuit. Little trickeration there. He takes Nick Salvadori to the inside, comes back to the outside, and just does a great job. I mean, it's a move. You have to put hands on the defender before you allow him to make a secondary move. You shut down the inside move, but then he comes outside, and DeWeaver moving out to his right, leaking out to the right, does not help the right tackle.
He's got Sheldon Evans to his left in the backfield with 4 receivers. Flips it out to the right side across the 50. The catch is made by Brock Thompson, his 4th catch of the afternoon. 2nd and 10 from the Old Dominion 49. Quick hitter, and brought down immediately. The catch is made by 19, Stone Scarcelli. Clock running, 1:05. Great coverage downfield, now over the middle. Catch is made by Armani Levias. Chains will move. They might be tonight against LSU.
Well, obviously we're prime time again. I mean, back-to-back we have college day. So
Green with the pass over the middle, and there's Levias again.
He's owning the middle of the field right now for Marshall. And you think Old Dominion at least carry a man with him on the play. Let's take another look, and Levias just comes right across on a crossing route right behind the... Wow.
And then just
That's a good stat.
7 years later in 2016, 10-3, won the Bahamas Bowl. From 45, Rohrwasser. It's good. So a new career long from Justin Rohrwasser. Gives 3 more to Marshall to put the herd up 17-7.
Right. Bend it like Beckham. That thing looked right and then made a direct left turn right before it got to the goalpost and goes through, and you see the excitement of all the teammates slapping Justin Rohrwasser on the helmet. Here's my thing. Okay, football players, I know we have helmets on, but why keep throwing hands at the guy's head? Look at that. Way right, and then just curves in at the last second to go inbounds, and everybody's excited. Go ahead, give him some love. Yeah, see, hand slap, good. But the problem is Jordan Young fills again. Double team does not get to the backside backer, and Jordan Young makes the play.
For the 6th time this afternoon, Lefevre the punt, and a nice job downfield by Stephen Gilmore. passes as a member of the Old Dominion football team, the transfer from East Mississippi Community College. He didn't want to tuck this one, but he's forced to, and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. I know Darius Hodge was there and a few others as well.
Yeah, Amari Cobb, one of the other guys in there. And you see three-man pressure affecting DeWeaver and forcing him out of the pocket. But Hodge down there wraps around the ankles and brings him down for a loss.
If he's credited with the solo sack, that's his 4th today.
A three-man pressure got to the quarterback. So making it tough to pass when you got 8 defenders on the backside blocking up the receivers.
On 3rd and 11 up top. Nice job by Kerryon Merrill on the far side, defending the intended receiver, Nigel Fitzgerald. And I was too little. If I tried to run against the ropes, I'd fall through and I'd fall over, so I couldn't do that. But I remember then playing cards. I remember playing gin rummy with 2 superstars as Brendan Knox breaks one across the 40 and picks up 20 on 1st down. Green whips it right side. Brock Thompson has his first catch of the 2nd half.
Oh, I've been in the ring a couple times, and I've ran the ropes, and it hurts. It's they're not as flexible as the wrestlers make it look. And I had rope burn under my arms from doing that. So imagine going into football practice and trying to strap on your shoulder pads right underneath. It was uncomfortable. Sometimes you got to knock the jitters off coming out of halftime.
Green will keep it himself across the 45 to about the 43-yard line, a gain of 7. Remember last week against Middle Tennessee State in that 11-point loss, as you take another look at what
and once
Green
again,
did.
We go back. You've got to ID who the guy is that's going to be closing and make the decision. And as we see, he closes down. Keon White was trying to make the play in the backfield, and Isaiah Green pulls it on the zone read option and gets a big 1st down.
Sheldon Evans bounces it out right side. Sheldon Evans across the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And what a great job by the offensive line blocking it up. And you got Devin Miller coming across to block Keon White on the backside pursuit, and Sheldon Evans just squirts it out to the right side and gets a nice big gain. And look, defeats one tackler, 2 tacklers, outruns the 3rd, and a great job by Brock Thompson blocking downfield and allowing Evans to get to the outside.
First and 10 from the 27. Some trickeration, and it's Willie Johnson. Willie Johnson has a clear path to the end zone, and Marshall's in for 6.
And Coach Tim Cranzy told us this last night. Hey, when we're going to go for a trick play or a change of pace play, we're not going to do it when they expect it. We're going to do it in the middle of a drive. And right here, great job faking off the toss and then turning it right back around on the reverse to Willie Johnson. And Will Omer, the left tackle, getting out there in space and creating a lane for Johnson to
Quick hit to Xavier Gaines, trying to make a play, stiff arms his way to just about the 30-yard line.
I watched that first game of the season on Monday night. It was horrible.
Blown up in the backfield.
And Beckett just comes in. Wow. He blows up the handoff, and head was a little low, might have caught a knee or a leg. Coming off the right side of your screen and catching Keyshawn Strong immediately as he's holding the ball, and then DeWeaver heads up play. But yeah, no, football was really good in Western PA. And being from Florida, I always wanted to see good high school football.
Brock Thompson. Enough for the 1st down. Green dumps it off to Brendan Knox. Knox has a 1st down. Any flags after being pushed out of bounds? Not yet.
Yeah, Brendan Knox was definitely headed to the sideline and out of bounds. And he's having a conversation with the back judge. And I don't blame him. Little dump off pass. Nice one-handed grab by Brendan Knox. Weaves through the traffic. Gets out of bounds. Yeah, he steps. And the player launches. Marcus Haynes launched as Brendan Knox was stepping out of bounds.
The 8th punt of the afternoon for Robert Lefevre. And a nice job downfield from Nazeeh Johnson on special teams.
All right.
On first down, DeWeaver. DeWeaver gets wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. 7th sack of the afternoon. And it's Hodge again. Give him 4 of those.
Exactly. Keep feeding him. He's hungry. A little Zeke action there. And Darius Hodge just doing another great job. This time on left tackle Kaderi Kunta.
Been slowing things down. Now they're starting to speed things up on offense.
Yeah, realizing you got to get a score, got to get this game tied up.
Look out. Getting tossed to the turf is DeWeaver. And it's Tyler Brown with his 2nd sack of the season. And it's the 8th sack this afternoon by the Herd defense.
Yeah, edge pressure coming from the left-hand side. Tyler Brown was sitting off the edge, wasn't ID'd, and the running back should have had Brown.
Going for the long shot, and it's broken up. Kerryon Merrill was there, as was Brandon Drayton. Later on against LSU.
Yeah, just want to see some good football. It's Saturday, a lot of great matchups. Already 2 upsets on the day.
Green keeps it across the 30 and backs his way to about the 38-yard line.
And this has been the area where you've got to stop letting the defensive end clamp down on the backside. Keon White, Isaiah Green reads him once again and then scoots out to the right side for a big gain. And of course, a first down, taking them, almost to the 40-yard line.
Gain of 15, so Green now with 50 yards on the ground. 168 through the air, 18 of 30, and a touchdown pass and run. This time it's a pass, and Willie Johnson gets tripped up.
He wishes he did.
Yeah, he used to do a few things after the whistle. I've heard those stories. Isaiah Green keeps it, and Green gets dragged down by Harold Blackman.
But gain of 9, almost to the first down yardage marker.
Evans bounces across the 20 and steps towards the 10. And Sheldon Evans does a great job making something out of nothing.
Yeah, play was dead to rights in the backfield. Sheldon Evans, who taking a little outside zone to the right, but able to put that hand out and delay Lawrence Gardner from making the tackle, and then Jordan Young running downfield that was battling for the Conference USA crown.
Brendan Knox takes the handoff into the end zone for a touchdown.
He will not be denied, giving Isaiah Green the up symbol. Let's take another look here at the touchdown run. We had 2 things I want to focus on. Center Levi Brown and also left guard Alex Millette clearing the hole for Brendan Knox. And as we see at the play, 2 guys kicking out. And then the second thing is we're looking for the vision. What does Brendan Knox see? He sees green grass because his left guard and his center have it blocked up. And then he just makes one cut, goes to the backside, and it's a race. All power. Shut down one guy, Calvin Bruton, trying to come in. With this game, so put him about 120 when it's all said and done, if not a little bit more.
At UAB next week is Old Dominion, and that pass is broken up by Stephen Gilmore.
Stephen Gilmore came in there like a heat-seeking missile, ready to intercept that ball.
And haven't been able to get that signature win yet. Make sure you get into the Facebook comments tonight. Let Kristen and AJ Hawk and Chris Hassel hear from you as Brendan Knox makes sure that Old Dominion remembers his name Another first down out near the 10.
I think there might be a Player of the Week honors coming his direction in the upcoming week for Conference USA.
Full head of steam up the middle to the 5 is Knox.
And with that run, that should cross him over the century mark. He was at 95 yards. And look at that. Most in a game since 2000. 8 sacks. And that man right there responsible for over half of those. Getting a pat on his back from his teammates. They're giving him a little love.
So Old Dominion will ride their losing streak now to 5 games, heading into their matchup next Saturday at UAB. Marshall snaps a 2-game losing streak.
A little chippy at the end of that one.
As it has been all afternoon. So Marshall was hungry for the win, and they eat, especially on the defensive side, and they post 31 offensively.
And this was a great offense. You look at, they put up 600 yards last week. To answer that with 444 yards against a top 30 defense, and to do it on the ground in such convincing fashion. Brendan Knox, 104 yards to finish his day. And Isaiah Green, very opportune in the opportunities he had when he did pull the ball down to keep the momentum on Marshall's side. So a great contest by Marshall, great bounce back victory for them, and now to get them to 500.